There is a little movie coming out called Rebel Moon. Of course, it's Zack Snyder's newest movie. It's not theatrical, although they are going to do a limited theatrical release. Keep your eyes open in your area. See if maybe they're going to do a screening around you. But it is being destined for Netflix. And it was supposed to come out on one day, but now it's been moved up by one day. Anyway, this comes from some folks over at Superhero Hype. Write this. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon is coming to Netflix one day earlier than previously expected. Announced in a tweet from the official Netflix account, Snyder's Rebel Moon, also known as Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, was originally supposed to hit Netflix on December 22nd, 2023. However, it will now begin streaming at 7 p.m. Pacific time on December 21st.
Oh, I mean, this changes everything.
2023.
Awesome.
And there was great rejoicing. Listen, I got to say, I haven't loved the trailers, but I'm fascinated by this project, and I am really interested because I think I liked Snyder's last movie, Army of the Dead. I think I liked it a little bit more than most people. I quite enjoyed it. I don't think it was an Oscar contender or anything, but I had a good time with it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love Sophia Boutella. I love, why am I afraid, Charlie Hunnam, who played Jax in Sons of Anarchy. I love Jaimon Hansu. And, I'm a sucker for sci-fi epics, stuff like that. I'm excited to see this. But I'm going to tell you why they moved this thing by one day. Because I've already heard a lot of people say, "What? Well, why move it by one day?" I'll tell you why they moved it by one day, right? Nobody from Netflix told me this, but I'll tell you why they moved it by one day. Because it put them in the news. I mean, and you know what? I don't say that as a bad thing. That's really smart. What is a free, easy way to get our project back on the news cycle?
Sex tape.
Well, yes, there's that.
Okay.
That would be the other option.
Okay.
Other than that,
I like that answer a lot more.
let's announce a change of release date. And even though it was just moving it by one day, with it coming out on Netflix, it was probably going to drop at midnight. Really, they just moved this thing by about 5 hours. By moving the release of this by 5 hours, they're in almost every trade that I looked in this morning. Like not all of them, but most of the news sources that I follow had Rebel Moon moves up release date. It put them right front and center. And here we are today talking about it. And I'm going to say, brilliant move. You really didn't have to do anything. And you put the movie at the top of the news cycle again. And listen, I am excited to see this. I think this has the potential to be really good. Now, the question I have though, Chris, when it comes to Rebel Moon, because there are two different Zack Snyders, right? There's the Zack Snyder who gave us Man of Steel, the Zack Snyder who gave us 300. Then there's the Zack Snyder who gave us Sucker Punch. And thankfully, more of Zack Snyder's films are likened unto 300 and Man of Steel.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'll say this. The only Zack Snyder film that I really didn't like was Sucker Punch. That's probably the only one I didn't like. But I look at Rebel Moon and I feel like this could be another 300. And then I feel like it could also be another Sucker Punch when I look at it. And that's, I'm curious to see which one is going to end up being. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this video, MasterClass. Guys, as a small business owner, I am finding myself having to be in negotiations all the time, whether it's with new contractors, vendors, or even agencies that represent our company. Now, I don't like to go into these negotiations unarmed, so I found the perfect class on MasterClass, The Art of Negotiation by Chris Voss, a real-life former FBI lead hostage negotiator. Taking this class on MasterClass made me feel a lot more equipped and confident going into all these various negotiations I have to do on a regular basis. MasterClass makes a meaningful gift this season for you and anyone on your list, because both of you can learn from the best to become your best, from leadership to effective communication to cooking. Every instructor, thousands of online lessons, exclusive content, insight, and much more. There are over 180 classes to pick from. Everything from filmmaking with Martin Scorsese all the way to cooking with the great Gordon Ramsay. In MasterClass, you will find practical lessons that you can apply to your life and work. This holiday season, give one annual membership and get one free at masterclass.com/Campea. Right now, you can get 2 memberships for the price of one at masterclass.com/Campea. masterclass.com/Campea. Offer terms apply. Anyway, what do you think about the release date change? And where's your anticipation level like right now for Rebel Moon?
The only thing I could think of going into this was just to beat Aquaman by a day. Because isn't Aquaman December 22nd?
Oh, that's actually, yeah.
So just, hey, stay home. You don't have to go to the theaters to see something epic.
By the way, I don't think anybody's worried about how much business Aquaman's going to eat up.
That's fair. It's just going to be my husband buying all the tickets.
I'll
Going,
be there
I love
too.
these.
Me
I
and
love
Logan,
these
we'll go
movies.
see it.
Yeah, they're great movies. So this is the thing with Zack Snyder too, and I'm going to be very clear because some of you get so upset because you're not listening. So the problem with Sucker Punch, right, is that it went.
Oh, you gotta
style.
be kidding me.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
Opinions.
Ugh.
The problem with Sucker Punch is that it's so style over substance, right? And because I'm somebody who will apologize for certain aspects of Sucker Punch because there are really, really cool moments in it. It's just clunky and messy, right? 300 is incredibly stylistic. It feels like they took the actual pages of that comic and went right on screen and made it transfer so beautifully. So he has this style that really, really works when he also focuses on great storytelling, great acting, all of those other things that come into play, right? So I'm hoping that this sci-fi epic that he is promising us actually delivers that. I also really want this to do well just so everyone can move on. Zack Snyder has talked about how he is leaving the superhero genre and wants to focus on other things. And day after day, I still have people commenting on pictures of me doing stand-up or my puppies saying, "You're so wrong about Zack Snyder." Listen to the man. When someone tells you something, believe them at face value. If he doesn't want to be making DC movies, fans of Zack Snyder, you still get to enjoy all those DC things he did. You get to still love that. But give this a shot, because if you like this, it does well. The likelihood of making more epic movies is very, very high.
Yeah, Sucker Punch was, I mean, it was a weird thing because if you turn the volume off on Sucker Punch, I know it sounds weird, but if you turn the volume off on Sucker Punch, it looks like a great movie. And it's visually stunning. It's actually absolutely like Snyder. Whatever criticism some people may have of him, Snyder is a wonderful visual storyteller. He really is. And Sucker Punch is part of that. Unfortunately, if you turn the volume on and you realize this movie makes no sense.
You start hearing the story.
Yeah,
and
the
you go,
story. And it sucked because it was like Anne, my wife Anne, one of her best friends in college, her sorority sister, Jamie Chung, is one of the stars of that movie. So it was... whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, they moved it by one day so they could do exactly what we're doing. Get people talking about it again and put it at the forefront of everybody's minds. And I'm very, very excited about checking it out finally. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.